Hi guys, this is Colette. Welcome back to my channel. Whew, it's good to be back here doing another video. I did a video for you guys the other day. I'm fussing with the hair because I just finished taking care of it, and I did trim it some. I've been trimming it, and we're gonna get into the reason why I've been trimming my hair and what is going on with me. Anyway, I think my last video I did mention that I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't up to par, and I did mention if you guys want me to talk about what's going on with me, then I would share. So even though I am still a bit apprehensive about sharing because I'm a very private person, and I tend to put things out only what I want, people to know. Yeah. And I can see a lot without saying anything at all. I'm just one of those kinds of people. Okay. So as I sit here, I'm a little bit lightheaded, a little bit, not quite dizzy, but lightheaded. And that's because I have been busy most of the day trying to take care of my hair, which on a regular basis is a lot for me. And so what I'm currently experiencing, what I'm currently going through, has made it somewhat more difficult for me to do this. So let's get into it. A few months ago, I remember my doctor saying to me that I'm slightly anemic. And I said, okay. And she gave me iron pills, which, normally it's ferrous sulfate, the normal little red pills. And you probably know they look like that. But I hate taking them. I've always hated taking them because they make me sick. They bother my stomach, and they make me super constipated. So on a normal basis, this is going to get a little bit, so if you don't want to hear all about that, you can click off now. But on a regular basis, I'm not that regular of a person. I have to take things to help me. And so when I take these, even when I was pregnant, with every baby I've had, and they gave me iron tablets, it was always a struggle to take them because that bathroom issue is a very bad situation. So anyway, I have 5 refills on this. I don't know. There's no way that I'm going to endure those. But when she told me that, I did look for natural ways to help myself. One of them being buying the Vitamix, blending the greens, and now and again beets, because I'm not too consistent with the beets. I don't know, something about the smell of beets, but I don't mind eating them now and again, but on a regular basis, not so much. Anyway, one of my friends here, one of you ladies that we support each other, thank you, she mentioned to me to order something called Vitamin C, this one. And she said it helps her. And of course, a little bit of thing about iron. When you're taking any iron supplement, it helps to take a vitamin C supplement along with it. So for the ones that aren't mixed with vitamin C, like this that you get from the doctor, it's hard to absorb it because there is no vitamin C unless you take a supplement along with it to aid in the absorption of the iron. I don't want to get too much into the medical aspects of it. I am in the medical field, but I don't like dishing out advice and all of that. So number one, if you think you're anemic or suffering from any form of blood disorder or anything like that, please do go see your physician. I should have said that first and foremost. But this is about me and what I've been going through. So anyway, I still have a lot in here because when I took this, I actually took it to aid the heavy cycle that started like a year ago. It's just like I'm dying, and it's like all of my insides are coming out. Like I said, this is a more woman type video. So if you're not comfortable, if you're a guy and you're watching, or a woman and you're watching, you don't have to stay and listen. You can just click off. So the doctor said she thinks that I'm, due to my age, I'm 48. She thinks that I started that perimenopausal thing. So we took me off birth control, decided let it happen naturally, let it run its course, because when you start going through that change or coming close to that change, the female body does change a lot. And one of the things that you experience being a more mature woman is that heavier cycle before things start to taper off and say bye-bye. Okay. So in order to help myself during that time, I got this on the recommendation of one of my nurse friends on here. So took it for a little while. It seemed to help, but I didn't stay with it. I wasn't consistent taking it. I just kind of said, okay, that's that. And then I did other things to boost me, which I wasn't consistent with either, because I didn't think I had a problem. Now, one of the things that I was really more concerned about was my nervous system, because I do have neuropathy and I have nerve pain. And there is not a day in the last 5 years that I've not endured pain throughout the body in some way, shape, or form. But I live with it. I've adjusted a lot of things in my life and I'm dealing with it. So in July, when I had a 3-day convention and I had to sit, by the 3rd day, I did get up, walk around, whatever, but any kind of prolonged sitting, prolonged standing, I also have a bone issue with the foot, so that bothers me. Anyway, this was recommended to use this because the magnesium helps to flush, the body. So if you're inflamed, which some of the foods I eat, I find now that I'm older, they do tend to cause inflammation in my body. And so with inflammation, swelling going on, I turned to the Calm. Got this from Amazon, and I've been drinking it every night, pretty much almost every night. I may skip a night or two, but it's like all the way down in there. You can see I have maybe a good 2-3 weeks left of it, but I use a teaspoon every night, make it the way the directions say, and I've been using it, and I found that I slept better. My feet felt better, not so much spasms going on and all of that. So dial back, I'm taking care of this, not worried about anything else. I take vitamin D once a week, taking my vitamin D, and paid no attention to anything else except my body tells me before my cycle begins, because everything else hurts on a more intensified level, whether it's the pinched nerve in the neck or the way it affects my shoulder, the left arm, and go down to the fingers here. It just intensifies. The feet will also act up. So I'm like, okay, I need to drink this, eat that, whatever, to prepare the body for that time. All right, I was doing that. So end of July, about the 28th, 27th, 28th, before I went on vacation with the family, I went in for labs. I think everything's okay. I go about my business. So I came back, and 2 weeks after the labs, I was supposed to go in for the results. When the 2-week came, the week that I was supposed to go in for the follow-up, they called midweek and said, can we reschedule you for the following week? This is now 3 weeks after, because there's an issue going on. Doctor's on vacation, la da da da. Okay, reschedule me, fine, go. But before vacation in July, a few months back, I noticed some things going on with my body and I had no clue what was going on. My hair has been shedding, it thinned out a bit. And I know a lot of you may think I have a lot of hair. Yes, I have a lot of hair, but it was much more hair than this. It was also longer. I was looking at some pictures even today, like a year ago, how the length of my hair where it was. And I've been losing hair, but because I'm a cosmetologist since I was 16 and I was trained and everything, and I do my hair myself, I thought to myself, okay, it's normal to lose hair. You're supposed to lose a certain amount of hair each day because, you know, that's normal. But then I noticed excessive shedding, and this has been going on for a while. But in the last year, it got worse to the point where if I take this brush and just brush my hair, when I look down on my lap and on the floor around my chair, my hair is everywhere. And I go to the living room and the kitchen and hair is on the floor. Hair is in the living room, especially I lay down in the living room on the couch. I get up and there's hair. The kitchen, not so bad, because I usually, when I'm in the kitchen and cooking, I put the hair up. Anyway, I've been shedding excessively, especially when I comb my hair, and noticing the thinning. But I was using the collagen, drinking my collagen and thinking, okay, that'll take care of it. It's okay. It's not that. And I was thinking maybe it's dry. So I started putting, you know, oiling the scalp, oiling the hair, you know, and treating it externally versus internally, because I didn't have a clue what's going on. Some of the other things I was experiencing was my vision got blurry. I got new glasses just a few months ago, and even using these, my vision seemed to get blurry still. And I'm thinking, I just got these a few months ago. What's up? I'm supposed to see the eye doctor once a year. I've already had my checkup, already had new glasses, my script changed. So what's going on with the vision? Anyway, I just thought it, didn't act on it, whatever. There was a day when I was here by myself also. I went to have a shower and I felt so weak. I started feeling like I was getting dizzy, like I was going to drop. And I thought it was just the hot water. So I turned off the shower, held on to the wall, walked myself to the bathroom, lay on the bed wet, and just stayed there. And I thought, oh, maybe I didn't eat enough. Maybe it's just the heat in the bathroom from the hot water, because I like my shower, you know, the water to be hot. And the same thing would happen to me when I'm cooking. I'm in the kitchen and, you know, the kitchen tends to get hot, but I would take breaks from cooking. I just will go to the living room, sit, because I feel dizzy. And I didn't really think anything else than, oh, it's just heat. I know I have high blood pressure issues, but I do take my beta blockers, so I didn't think it was anything at all. You know, okay, I just need to rest, and I would just go to the kitchen, sit, do what I'm doing at the table, or go to the living room, rest for a while, then go back to the kitchen. So, long story short, I found myself being very fatigued, weak, dizzy. Sometimes I even have like, I'm not a person that sweat really, but I started having like little, you know, like that little heat, you know, coming up on you, or if you're not feeling well and that kind of, you start to break out in sweat, like that was also happening to me. That's not normal. I started to get headaches again. I thought it was my migraine. So I have migraine meds. Sometimes I took them, but I don't really like taking them. So on and on and on it goes. And I wasn't really paying attention to it or thinking it's something serious. So fast forward, another thing I was also experiencing was agitation, being extremely agitated at sometimes simple things, and I got annoyed at people who I wouldn't normally get annoyed with, and people who didn't deserve my my sharp bite. And I just thought they're being, they're getting on my nerves, but I didn't understand why they were getting on my nerves, and I'm being irritated and feel like I'm being annoyed. And then I became pretty much being an a-hole. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So amongst all of that, I was taking my regular meds because I have other issues that I deal with. So I'm taking my other meds. I'm trying to get sleep in. I'm taking the magnesium. And then when I finally went in for the lab results, the doctor was in shock. She didn't want me to drive home. My count was like at an 8. And she looked at me and she said, I think we need to send you to the hospital. I said, for what? No, we're not doing that today. What do we need to do? So then she goes into this whole elaborate thing. Do you understand you have severe anemia? This was your count at the end of July. This is August. You drove here by yourself? Yes. Well, that's not such a good idea, because when your levels are in the single digits like this, it's time for iron infusions. Because I looked at her and I said, don't say that other word, because I'm not into that blood transfusion stuff. And I said, but I've been kind of doing the green stuff and stuff. And she said, look at me. So I know you know that there are different types of anemia. I said, yes. She said, well, we need to take extra labs again today to see what's going on and determine what type of anemia is going on with you. This way we can treat it effectively, because if it's not, I'm just, whew. Anyway, there are forms of anemia. You can do the research that if you're doing the greens and everything and you're not treating the right form of anemia, the right type of anemia, then all the greens in the world won't make a difference. So I need to go in this weekend for my second results from the labs they did last week, and hence this is where we're at. Anyway, I did some research, and a friend of mine bought me this Mega Food blood builder. She said it helped her, and she also bought me this for the time of the month issue that was so heavy and had me all in pain and stuff. And so last week was the most horrid week ever, because Friday I got the information about how severely anemic I am, and then Saturday morning, lo and behold, Miss Lady showed up. Time of the month, I'm here, hello. That left me just busted, raggedy. My eyes were looking weak. My skin looked pale. I just looked a hot mess, and I was a hot mess. So I started taking this. I'm currently drinking. One day I do beets. I snack on beets daily. Next day I'll do some spinach. Either I saute the spinach, or I just throw it in the Vitamix and blend it up with some water and drink it. And then there are days when I do the same thing with the fresh beets and drink that several times throughout the day. And I'm also cooking liver. I don't like beef liver very much. I don't mind eating it, and I cook it nicely. People tell me they like, when I cook liver. My kids eat it when I cook it, but I don't like handling it. I don't like touching it when I have to prepare it. So that's a deterrent for me. So I'm trying chicken livers now, and doing this. So this week has been better for me physically. I'm still feeling weak, still not there yet with energy level, but during the period, this says one a day, but during the period I was taking 2. There are a few days when I did take 2, because I literally could only get myself from my bedroom to the bathroom, and maybe from the bathroom to the living room on the couch, and that was it. So I couldn't drive, I couldn't do anything, I didn't want to put on makeup, I didn't want to go on. It was just horrible. I had zero energy. And we need our red blood cells. We need our red blood cells and the oxygen, you know, and for it to circulate and do all these things. I was eating a lot of ice. I'm sure you guys have seen me do videos here where I've popped ice in my mouth. I was eating, I don't have the cup near me, but the huge bubba mug, like the 32 ounces, 64 ounce containers, I have them, and I've been filling them and just sitting there and eating them. One day my husband looked at me and said, well, you went from a cup to a bowl. And I literally did, because watching TV, just I'm making a video, I'm in the bed, I'm sitting in the bed watching TV, I was eating ice all the time. And at night, even if I'm hot, if I'm under the weighted blanket and I get hot, before, in the middle of the night when it gets warmer with the double blankets, I am cold. I was so cold, and I should have recognized the symptoms and stuff, but I wasn't paying attention. I really wasn't. And I was here thinking I'm taking care of myself, right? And so just when I'm on the cusp of looking for a new job, and trying to get back out there, because I was feeling like, okay, I'm tired of being home. You guys know YouTube don't pay me for making videos. I just do this because I really like interacting, and I really love makeup, and I just do this to be a part of the beauty community with you guys who watch me and interact with me and stuff, and that's fun for me. So I wanted to get back out there and be in the medical field, because I love taking care of people. And this, so now this has me, and I'm working on it. I'm a fighter, so I'm working on it, and I'm trying to stay on top of all the things I need to stay on top of, and praying about it, and you know, all of the things you know you ought to do. So yeah, right now I'm looking at my vanity, and it's a hot mess, and usually this is not me. My vanity is usually clean and clear. I just have things all across my vanity, which also bothers me psychologically, because I'm a little bit of an OCD type personality when it comes to organization, my makeup, and yeah. And I also, it kind of also put me into like a buying thing, where I was buying makeup that I didn't need to buy. I just went crazy. Anyway, that is pretty much what's going on with me. I am working on it. I'm trying to rest up and take care of myself. And if I need to stay on these for the foreseeable future, which I may need to, is what they're telling me. I'll hear what they say when I go in on Friday again. But if I need to stay on these, or if they give me a slow release iron, which would be more tolerable for me, where my bowels are not being bounded and making me feel all bloated and everything else, then I will deal with that. But in the foreseeable future, I predict that I may need to keep taking these, because it's going to be a necessary evil. It's just one more thing added to my regimen. You know, just human, and I do go through things. I do have my health challenges, like some of us do, and that's it. So if you have questions, leave them below, and that. But yeah, so this is me trying to open up to you guys and tell you what's going on with me. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and thank you for listening. I know I'm not unique in the sense of suffering from severe anemia. A lot of people, a lot of females do experience this. And I was actually told by one of my cousins that family history, the women in our family do suffer from anemia, which I had no clue about either. So, yippee! As if that wasn't enough. It has to be compounded by other things. So, right, that's that. Thank you again for watching, and I'll let you guys know about a month, in about a month's time, because I've only been on this for a week. I did use some months before when, you know, it was just when I thought it was just the time of the month issue. But I'm gonna keep using this. I already bought a second bottle from Amazon, and in a month's time I will come back and let y'all know how this has helped me and give you an update. All right, so take care, you guys, and thank you so much, and enough love for everybody, the oldies and the new ones that are here. I thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my channel, and we'll talk soon. Enough love, and until the next time, be kind to each other. Bye bye.